Konnichiwa. Hi, welcome back. Today we are delving into the heart of old Tokyo. We are here in Asakusa to explore Senso-ji, the city's oldest and most important Buddhist temple. This place has survived centuries of change, and yet it still feels like the spiritual core of the capital. If you look down to the end of the street, you can see the Tokyo Skytree piercing the sky. We've made it to our destination. Before we start, make sure you don't miss this building on the right. This is the Asakusa Cultural Tourist Information Center. If you head up to the top floor, there is a free observation deck. It offers a spectacular bird's-eye view of the entire temple complex, as well as the Skytree, the Sumida River, and surrounding buildings. There's also a funny-looking golden object there, but let's talk about it in the end. Now, let's start our journey into the temple. This is Kaminarimon, or Thunder Gate. Is named because it houses Gaijin, the god of thunder, on the left side, and also housing Fujin, the wind god, on the right. In the plaque, you can read Matsushita Electric, a company you know now as Panasonic, that sponsored the rebuilding of the gate after fire destroyed it in 1865. Underneath this 700-kilogram massive lantern, there is a hidden carved wooden dragon. If it squashes us into pancakes while we go beneath it, at least we'll go out with a pretty cool seal on our backs. This gate marks the start of the Nakamise-dori shopping street. This street is the official entry point to visit the Senso-ji temple, and also one of the oldest shopping streets in Japan. Here, you can find all sorts of food and souvenirs. You've got traditional snacks like senbei, freshly grilled rice crackers, and dango, which are perfect for a quick energy boost. But then, you can also see all sorts of other things, where you can pick up anything from a lucky cat, called manekineko, or a fake katana to bring back home. So, how did this all start? Senso-ji is Tokyo's oldest temple. It was founded after two fishermen accidentally caught a golden statue on their nets. They tried to return her to the river, but she refused to leave. The brothers, finding this mysterious object in their nets, were afraid that keeping it might anger the spirits of the river or bring a curse upon their village. It wasn't until they showed it to their village chief that he identified it as Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of mercy and compassion. She is one of the most loved figures. People see her as a symbol of pure compassion, someone who hears your troubles and helps carry the weight. Nakamise-dori is incredibly lively, and just like famous places of worship all over the world, it's a strange, beautiful mix of the sacred and the commercial. But as you watch these crowds go by, remember that for centuries, pilgrims have walked this exact same path just to reach the temple at the end. As we walk toward the temple, I have to mention something specially since I'm filming this on a Kannon camera. The Kannon founders were actually devotees of this goddess. They even chose her name for their first prototype camera. And later the company, hoping she'd help them create the best cameras in the world, back in 1934. Eventually, they changed the spelling to Kannon to make it easier for people globally to say it. But the brand soul it's still tied up here to this goddess. To your left, these rows of white lanterns hanging overhead are called chochin. They represent donations from local businesses, families, and neighborhood associations that pay to have their names written on those lanterns. It's a way of showing support for the temple's upkeep while asking for a little business luck or protection from the goddess in return. We are now at the second and final gate, known as Hozomon. If you're wondering about the name, it literally means Treasure House Gate, because it stores the temple's most sacred scriptures. In the first gate, we had two gods, thunder and wind, in the front and two dragons in the back, protecting it. In this one, security gets even more serious, as it is protected by the Neo, the two wrathful guardian kings of the Buddha. Their job is to keep out any negative energy, so only pure intentions reach the goddess inside. People love to take pictures thanks to these huge lanterns. This one weighs around 400 kilograms. We also are going to step right underneath it and look up. Can you guess what we'll find? That's right, it's a dragon god Ryujin again. It's a charm against fire, as the gates are made of wood. To the left of the gate, we have the highest pagoda in Japan, with 53 meters. Each of those 5 levels actually represents a different element: earth, water, fire, wind, and finally the void at the very top. We can't go inside. It's a sacred space that houses some of the Buddha's ashes, gifted all the way from Sri Lanka. Just before entering the temple, there are 2 things we need to do first. This is the Temizuya. The faucets are dragons. In Japan, dragons are actually water deities. That's why they are wards against fire. At the Temizuya, you clean the body and symbolically rinse away the outside world. It's your outer purification. Next, we go to the Jokoro, a massive bronze incense burner. You'll see people gathering around, literally scooping the smokes toward themselves. People buy small bundles of incense called senko. Nearby, light them and place them into the sand inside the burner. It's not just for the scent. The tradition is that this smoke has healing and purifying powers. You bathe in it to clear your mind and focus your intentions before you reach the top of the stairs to pray to the goddess. It's your inner preparation. Take a look at the engraved details on the Jokoro. Besides the dragons, you can also see a manji. Long before its modern associations in the West, this has been a sacred symbol in Buddhism for thousands of years. In Japan, it represents harmony, prosperity, and good fortune. And it's actually the official symbol used on Japanese maps to mark the location of a Buddhist temple like this one. We are finally stepping into Senso-ji. Just before we step inside, look up at this last massive red lantern. It's called Shimbashimon, and it is actually a gift from the people of the Shimbashi district, a very famous business district in Tokyo. Of course, we can count with our dragon protector here too. This is the hall of worship. You can feel the atmosphere change instantly. It's cooler, quieter, and filled with the scent of that incense we saw earlier. All around us, people are coming to pray toward the inner sanctuary, where the goddess of mercy is enshrined. Even though the original golden statue is kept hidden away from view, the energy in this room is undeniable. After 1,400 years, it's still a place where anyone, no matter who they are, can come to find a moment of peace. After you offered your prayer, there's one last tradition you have to try: Omikuji, or your return fortune. You put 100 yen, you shake this metal box, get a number from the bamboo stick that gets out, and find the corresponding drawer and get your Omikuji. I came here just a few days after I landed in Japan for the first time. This was more than 12 years ago. I was a bit overwhelmed with everything. I tried the Omikuji, and it was a Daikichi, a big luck. I still have it with me. I remember reading the translation on the back. It said, "The person you are waiting for will come." At the time I actually scoffed at it, but standing here today, all these years later, it ended up being completely true. My first and only Omikuji was that one. I never took an Omikuji again. In luck, I always stop when I'm winning. I don't know if it has an expiration date. I hope not. If you ever come here and get an Omikuji with bad luck, don't worry. Just tie it up and try again another time. Kannon will take care of you. One more thing as we leave. Remember that funny golden object on top of a building? This is supposed to be a golden flame? It's the centerpiece of the Asahi Beer headquarters, designed by French architect Philippe Starck and completed back in 1989. Does it look like a golden flame to you? People here call it by a different name. Try guess it in the comments below. And while you are at it, like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Until our next ride, matane.